Hello boys, and welcome back to another episode of the Manchester United Career Mode. I know it's been probably about a week here now, I think, since I've last uploaded one by the time this gets up. I'm sorry about that, but hoping to get in a little bit more of a regular schedule with it. But nonetheless, let's jump right into it. Some surprise signings we're seeing here with Lautaro Martinez joining Lewandowski in Bayern, Marquinhos joining Barca to play alongside Piqué and Lenglet and Umtiti, and Aubameyang going to Real Madrid to play next to Eden Hazard and Benzema. Some pretty nuts moves there. But nonetheless, we got some big results last episode. I'm going and look at our standings here. Of course, we lost our first game ugly to West Brom, and then we beat Everton 3-0, and I believe it was 2-1 to Aston Villa, correct? Yeah. And so, obviously, Liverpool and Spurs are still top of the league, but we're right in the thick of things in the top four at the moment. And so, we're hoping to get some crucial results here throughout the next week. We jump in against Southampton away, and then we're going to jump in, and we get right into the thick of it, right? And we got Chelsea at home, and then right into the Champions League, and we're in the group of death with RB Leipzig and PSV, so IRL, as I'm recording this today, Manny, we're going to be determining whether they end up staying in the Champions League position or going to the Europa League position, but nonetheless, we are going to advance forward here and try and get ourselves into our game against Southampton. We'll see how today goes. We might play that game against RB Leipzig. We might start next episode with that game against RB Leipzig. We will see. But we will for sure play that game against Southampton. And then we will also play that game against Chelsea, which will be a very tough and very important game. Paul Pogba getting an offer to go back to Juventus. We're definitely going to entertain this Lingard offer. I want to try and get Lingard going. That's really interesting. I don't really want to sell Paul Pogba, but we also have Brozovic on the bench. I might negotiate that. And see how much we can get for him. I'm not going to get rid of him for super little, but I'm also not opposed to selling him. Although I know we've kind of determined that we wanted to try and keep him and redevelop him, but he just has not played well so far this season. I'm definitely not opposed to getting rid of him. Can I get at least 14 million for Lingard? Everyone seems to be really stingy with upping their price for Lingard. People just don't want to up the price for him, do they? Alright, good. 13.5 million for Jesse Lingard. Hopefully he makes that move. Let's see, man. Let's see. Let's see if we end up taking this offer or negotiating a bit of a better deal for Paul Pogba. Alright, let's see what Juventus are willing to give us for Paul Pogba. Yeah, we could start Brozovic next to Ndidi. We could sign someone new that's a little bit cheaper or a little bit younger. No, I'm not sold on it having to be Paul Pogba. Who is this from? This is from Juventus. Thing is I don't really care. Could pick up Arthur, you know. Arthur would kind of be decent. Klebski, Arian Garcia. Holiday Ball would be sick, but I don't really need him. Cristiano Ronaldo's value was only 71 million. Do we try and bring in Cristiano Ronaldo? That would be quite a move. I think we're just going to look for money. Let's try 140 million. What did I say to that? Oh, they don't. 130? Come on, 135. I'm going to be stingy with this. I don't care, I'm willing to be stingy with this. I'm not going to get rid of him for little. 125. That's about as low as I'm willing to go. No, okay, that's fine then. I don't want to sell him unless we get an absolute lump sum for him. That'd be way over his value. Otherwise, I'd just assume hold on to him for now. Trying up his value a little bit and get him back in form. But it certainly hasn't happened yet this season, but hopefully we can obtain that. I want to sign an interest in signing Andres Pereira. I'm going to reject that. We need Pereira for the second team. Especially if Lingard's on his way out now. We're going to need Pereira in that role. For sure. Simulate these. Get the boys training. That's an important game against Southampton. It's a game, even though we're away, we definitely need to win. Where are Southampton on the table? That's the question. I know IRL are balling, but yeah, they were definitely not balling in the league here. But nah, it's a game that needs to be won, definitely. I guess I should play this one. Yeah, I'll play this one. The other two we will simulate, and so I will bring you guys back in after this training. Alright, back in from training. Got that all sorted out for the week. I think we should pretty much have played all of the trainings now, bar maybe one, for a couple, but most of them should be good, so we should be able to simulate our way through most of them now. Players leaving on international duty. We have a lot of players on international duty, but that's what international break is for. Hopefully you don't have to worry about that, thankfully, other than potentially some guys being tired when we get back. So, yeah, Josh King signed for Fulham. And McGoldrick has got 2 goals already. Well, isn't that interesting? Must have played against Chelsea. It's the only team he scored against. Well, Martial gets top the league in scoring after his hat-trick in the last game, and hopefully we can continue through. Ooh, they signed Pasalic from Atalanta. That's a good signing. That's a really good midfield now that they have. And Grada in net. As much as that's not obviously like a super scary or mega team or anything, that's still a decent lineup that they have. Alright, well, let's jump into the match, and hopefully we can get a good result out of it. 4 goals in his last 3 games. Anthony Martial, hoping to get another goal or 2 today, and hopefully 3 points to go along with it against the Saints on the road at St. Mary's Stadium. Much needed result for Manchester United, and hopefully we can get it in these beautiful white kits. Finds Danny Ings, plays it off. Danny Ings has scored. Told you guys, man, this game was not going to be easy. On the road against Southampton. This is a good team, man. This is a good team. And also a good team goal and a good finish by Danny Ings. I thought we had that goal on the counter there, but Bednarek was just chilling at the back, man. And now we're 10 minutes in and we're down 1-0. Oh, God. Oh, come on, boys. Come on, boys. Getting scared here, boys. We're looking very shaky at the back. Oh, man, we are shaky at the back today. This is not ideal. Danny Ings is sweating his ass off over here. Oh, Pogba, we need you. Oh, Pogba, nah, Pogba's not doing the job, man. Oh, man. This defense today just is not looking like they showed up to the game. They're not up to speed. Depay's in behind. Depay still looking for his first goal with the club. And Anthony Martial. Oh, it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, Bruno. Pogba. Rashford. Oh, Rashford. Run with that now. Oh, Rashford. Beautiful touch inside. And the finesse. Rashford! The finesse of dreams. Marcus Rashford. He ties us up 1-1. Back to the flag post where we love to celebrate. And it's 1-1 for Manchester United against Southampton. Nice little step in. Zoop. Nice little dink of a fence shot in the top right corner. Beautiful shot by Marcus Rashford. A great individual effort. Ties us back up and puts us right back in this crucial game. Let's go. Had been a bit of a disappointing result and performance so far up to that point, but Marcus Rashford eliminates the negative of the first 23 minutes and puts us right back in this game. Anthony Martial. Oh, Anthony Martial tried to get around him, but he couldn't. Southampton on the counter again. Looking dangerous. Danny Ings. Oh, great challenge by Diego Carlos. Pogba. Oh, that's Ndidi, my bad. Pogba had the ball. Supposed to get mad at Pogba for not making a run. Martial. That's Bruno. Is he on? No, his toenail's off. I hate toenails being offside, man. So stupid. Should be like visible leg length, not a toenail. Oh, Depay's got tons of space outside. Depay. Working on the young right back, Walker Peters. Depay. He gets him behind. Back post cross. The POGBA! Oh, it was too close to the keeper. Needed a bit more distance on it. Back to Ndidi. And Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. No, POGBA stay in that gap. Into Bruno. Bruno! Bruno! POGBA to Bruno! The midfield duo is finally starting to perform like many had hoped. And they're setting each other up. Oh yeah. Great ball into Pogba. Pogba back to Bruno. Another finesse. Another goal. And it's 2-1 Manchester United. Second goal of the season for Bruno Fernandes. And it is 2-1 for the Red Devils. Atalanta are using now instead of Pasalic as well because they'd have linked off and stole the room, I suppose. Oh boy, Che Adams creating space. The defense is in shambles. And it's 2-2 just before the stroke of halftime. The defense was an absolute shambles there, and Che Adams just turned them inside out. Defensively, we really looked shaky at the back. But we were able to hold on to at least a draw at half. It's too bad we couldn't hold on to that lead, but nonetheless, it's 2-2. Might be one of those games we bring in Tuanzebe. We just need something different at the back, man. It's not working right now. Maybe we bring in Brozovic for Pogba, try and go a little bit more defensive in the midfield, but we need to score another goal before we start thinking about doing that. Third goal. This is a game we need to get a win in. I'm not happy with the draw here. Depay! Depay! Memphis Depay! What a banger for his first goal back at the club. His second stint. He bangs it home off of the right foot. What a strike by Memphis Depay. That's a big goal. Big goal for Depay's confidence. Big goal for the team in this game. Bang! Bang! Memphis Depay. And it's 3-2 Manchester United. Right after that he gets subbed out and we get the fresh legs of Lucas Moura on. But he and his performance will be remembered if we hold on to this lead. That is a crucial goal. Yes, the final whistle blows. Oh man, that was getting stressful. Thank God the boys hold on for a crucial 3-2 win on the road against Southampton. Southampton came out to an early lead. They were guns a-blazing, man, but they were able to hold on and keep a 3-2 win, which was very much needed. Very much needed 3-2 win and a crucial 3 points. And first good performance from Memphis Depay for the season as well, who actually contributed, so that was good. Pogba's player rating was decent, but I was not impressed with his performance again. We get another offer for him, man. I might be not as looking for a high value. I'm very much not sold on him.
Just got a couple of questions for you.
Yeah, again. Start again.
Cheers, thanks for the...
Boy, boys, back in for transfer deadline day. I don't know if we're going to see any action here today of players going out or in, but nonetheless, I just kind of want to do a live commentary for you guys throughout the day. Jesse Lingard has now officially sold to Borussia Mönchengladbach, which is good. Get a little bit more money for him. Hulk has gone to Burnley. Isn't that interesting? That's a really good signing for them, to be fair. Now, you still have 60 million in the bank, which is absolutely beautiful. So the question is, do we want to sign anyone? Because we definitely have the money for it. I just don't feel like it's necessary. We have Cavani to come off the bench if you want to put Cavani on the bench. We have Lucas Moura. We have Greenwood. Our midfield's good with Brozovic and Fred. We have Tuanzebe and Bailey and Bai as backup center backs. I don't feel like it's necessary for us to sign anyone. I'd rather just hold on to the money, save up for a bigger purchase, save up for a January purchase. I'm kind of happy with where we are at right now, unless a big offer comes in for someone like Paul Pogba or someone of the sorts, and then that may change our plans. But otherwise, I think we may just hold tight. We do have an email here. I'm going to assume that's going to be a transfer offer for Marcus Rashford. See, that's just someone I have zero interest in selling. And Edison Alvarez. I just don't care to sell Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford is too crucial to this team. He's too good. He's too young. He's going to be really important in the future. We're going to be holding on to him. Oh my god, didn't Leicester have a summer? I mean, it makes sense. I bought Ndidi and Pereira from them, so they did have a fair bit of money. So they went out and got Luke Shaw, Juan Mata from me, Ismaili, Giene, and Atal. So they added Giene at center back to replace Evans. They got Atal at right back to replace Pereira. Luke Shaw at left back to replace Ben Chilwell. And then Juan Mata and Ismaili as well as another left back. And then Liverpool added Saul and sold Matip, so they're down to center back. So their depth behind Van Dijk and Gomez is pretty thin. Berardi and Milik, and out goes Gabriel Jesus for Man City. And then there's us, so we spent a lot of money, man. Daley Blind, Sydney, and Fernandez in for Newcastle, lots of movement there. Shelby Jovetic and Almeida in for Sheffield, much more active transfer market season than they had in IRL. Spurs brought in Romagnoli, Zakaria, Acerbi, and Almeida. Green and Zakaria into that midfield with Højbjerg and Ndombele and Sissoko is going to be very good for them. There's some very active, good signings, man. Alaba and Dembele for Arsenal. They actually brought in a good defensive player and a good attacker. There's a lot to like in this for lots of these teams, man. The league has definitely improved. There's a lot of teams that have improved their squads through the course of the transfer market season. Rafa and Boateng in for... They sold Zuma? Why did they sell Zuma? It's their best young centre back. Mostly Mensah in for Crystal Palace, right? And they bought Johnny Evans. That's some good signings, man. A lot of good signings. This league has definitely improved. It's going to be tough for everyone this year against any team, really. Leeds sold Calvin Phillips. Okay, well, Leeds are getting relegated. Leeds got worse. They're getting relegated. They sold their best player in Calvin Phillips. Boykia, son of Wigan Milan, is interesting. No, poop. I didn't realize that I had emails before, guys. We would have had some offers we would have been interested in. Okay, no, nothing. Nothing of note for the transfers. Cuevas has been decent. Obviously not to be bringing up to the team yet, but he does have good potential, which is good. Alright, well, nothing too exciting on transfer deadline day there, guys, but I just kind of want to bring you through if anything did occur and what some of the other teams did. That puts us in third, or tied for third with many teams after that win in the last game. Burnley and Sheffield on 9 points is quite interesting. Laka and Antonio now having more goals than Martial and Monty being tied. McGoldrick with another goal. Sheffield figuring out how to score, more specifically Goldrick potting in the goals, which I find to be quite interesting. Training players are a little bit weird right now just because everyone's out on international duty, but it is what it is. Got some of the second team guys a little bit more training and match sharpness, which is good. Never know when you're gonna have to call on some of these guys, so it's good to have them ready to go. And all managements, I don't really care to do an international management in this series, to be honest. I think I might just bring you guys in after the training here, guys, given this is an international break and it might take a while, so I will see you guys when we get ready for the Chelsea game. Okay, boys, the big day is here. Manchester United against Chelsea, the rivalry of the last couple of decades, and more specifically the early 2010s, when that was the teams that were dominating the league previous to Man City and Liverpool taking over. But nonetheless, this is going to be a very tense and difficult game. But nonetheless, we are going to be having our fairly new look team with our rebuild and signings over the summer, with a fairly new look Chelsea team after they had a very aggressive and heavy spending summer. So we have Ziyech, who's new, Werner, who's new, Havertz, who's new, Rafa, who's new, Chilwell, and Silva. The only constants being, and Mendy, the only constants being Conte, POGBA, Christensen, and Aspi. In IRL, Christensen and Aspi are not starting. So that lets you know the differences. Pulisic will be off the bench for them. Zuma has been sold, but Reece James is on the bench. Rudiger's on the bench. Emerson or Alonso will be on the bench. We'll have Mount on the bench. They have a very, very strong team. They have Tammy and Giroud still as well. And it's going to be a tough matchup for sure. And it's going to be a game that we got to try and get 3 points out of if we're going to be trying to get top 4 and push for the title this season. That's one of those games you've got to get points out of. Difficult game to get points out of, but nonetheless we need it. So let's see what we can do against this Chelsea squad. Alright boys, back in Manchester United versus Chelsea. We're at home in this one at Old Trafford, which will help considering we did struggle on the road last week against, well, 2 weeks ago I suppose, with the international break against Southampton. And the boys are all back rested and healthy from international break, which you always like to see. Always like to know that everyone comes back injury free, and so here we got to try and get a result against a very difficult new look Chelsea team. Bruno puts us off to a beautiful start early on. Bruno, the finesse of dreams past Mendy, jumps into the stance. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Bruno Fernandes, the Portuguese man, carrying the squad with his 3rd goal of the season. Uses the left foot beautifully to put it around Edward Mendy, and it's 1-0 in the 3rd minute for Manchester United. POGBA into Conte. Ziyech's got space now. Ziyech is dangerous at Cam. Timo Werner. Wow. Minus the fact that Ziyech was half an inch offside, what a play and goal from Chelsea, man. We are going to have to play our very best defense today to keep this Chelsea team from absolutely obliterating us at the back. If I try to streak in, he's got a little bit of space. He's got around Thiago Silva. Depay has room. Depay! He's making a habit of these right-footed right-side goals. He's got his 2nd in 2 games, and he puts Manchester United up 2-0. To the fans, Memphis Depay is back. Memphis Depay is back. He is back, and he is much better than he was when he was here before. And that is his 2nd goal in as many games, and it is 2-0 at Old Trafford for the home side. And Ziyech has the ball, so it's good when he can get him off of it. Depay's going to have space up here. Depay, I think he's on. Memphis Depay looking for a 2nd of the game. Oh, Ben Chilwell just got back. Probably should have passed it inside, to be fair. Oh, Bruno couldn't quite get it into POGBA, who was making a run into the box. Edward Mendy, he's just got to get rid of it. Pressure was too much. Oh, that could have been a 3rd. That would have been the dagger. That would have been the dagger that seals the game, man. That's too bad. Alex Telles looking for a ball in. There's nothing there. What? How was Aspi able to win that? I was in here at Old Trafford. Ndidi, I wasn't able to keep it. Conte, push it back to Kovacic. Try to avoid it getting into Ziyech's feet here. Ziyech is dangerous with that ball. Oh, here it is, Ziyech. Back in Kova. He's got room. What a challenge by Alex Telles. Alex Telles, man of the match based off of that tackle alone. I was sure that was going to be a pen. Oh my god. Oh my. Mount. Alex Telles was the hero, but we got a little bit too cute at the back, and maybe we should have just cleared it long out of the press. And Conte just pokes it in. Well, that's a disappointing way to have your lead go 2-1. If you could have told me that we'd have a 2-1 lead at the end of the first half, I'd be happy. In saying that, you would have liked to hope that we had a better half than that, considering we could have had a third goal from the pie, and we should have not conceded the goal that we conceded. But nonetheless, a game in which we are winning by 1 against one of the better sides in the Premier League is always a good thing. Arsenal are losing to Newcastle. Those are things you love to see. We love when Arsenal are losing to terrible sides. I mean, Arsenal are also a terrible side, right? So it's what we should come to expect at this point. So it is what it is, you know. And so, with that being said, let's focus on the second half, because Arsenal are not worth our focus and time. Now we're in trouble. Ziyech, master on the ball. Back to Kova. Push it back to Conte. Oh god. I mean. Wow. I don't like giving credit to our opponents, but what a goal. What a goal from this Chelsea side. Ziyech to Kova to Conte to Rafa to Werner, and Werner's never going to miss that. He's got time to collect it and put it home. What a passing effort and finish from this Chelsea side. And it's now 2-2. What a goal. What a goal. This Chelsea side is good, man. They want Saka. Can we hit Lucas Moura? He's got space in behind. Can someone open up for him? Lucas Moura. Anthony Martial! Back to his flag post. Oh, Anthony Martial! Hadn't scored in a game in almost now 2. But he wanted to get back on top of the league in scoring. And we get the crucial third and leading goal against Chelsea to put us up with 10 minutes left. Big goal. Lucas Moura is a very high impact sub. Tons of pace, created that space out wide, and a beautiful pass over to Martial. But let's go. Tweet! Big win. Big 3 points for Manchester United over Chelsea. Need those 3 points against such a quality side while at home if you are going to be able to win the title. We're behind Manchester City and Liverpool already as it is, and so we need to pick up the big 3 points like that. Bruno set the pace early. Martial got the goal late. We had a few miscues at the back, but we were able to hold on and beat this very strong Chelsea side. They were a very, very good team. A very good team. Don't get it twisted. Don't be surprised if we're competing with them for a top 4 spot or for the title at the end of the season. That is very possible. That Chelsea side is very good.
Just a couple of questions for you.
Just one goal in it. Oh. I thought they said that there was only 1 goal in the whole game. And I was like, no. There was 5, mate. There was 5. Yeah, Bruno was massive and very instrumental today, as he has been all season. The champions! Although I probably don't have the music playing because it's probably copywritten, but nonetheless, that is time and indicating that we have arrived at the UEFA Champions League. And yeah, there's a group of death. Play against PSG and RB Leipzig. And one of us, PSG or RB Leipzig, are going to be in the Europa League most likely and not continue on in the Champions League. Meaning that we need to do well against PSG and RB Leipzig in the Champions League and then probably rotate our second side against Istanbul to try and get some rest. But that is going to be tough. In saying that, I'm going to go see where that last result puts us in the Premier League standings. And after that, that is going to be all for today's episode. And in the next one, we are going to jump in to our game against RB Leipzig in the Champions League. Manchester City and Liverpool both won. They're on 12. But Burnley and Sheffield both dropped points. Spurs are still on 9. They haven't played their 5th game yet. And Leicester are only 1 point behind. Where's this Chelsea side? Chelsea are in 12th to 2-3 with a negative 2 goal differential. Everton are not playing very well either. That's very interesting. Okay. So we're right in the thick of it. We're still only 1 game behind. But now it gets real, right? Now we got midweek games. Now we got to start rotating the squad a little bit. I mean, thank God our Premier League games aren't hard, because we have. Imagine if we had tough opponents and not Fulham and Burnley, because obviously we'll still have to play good teams and those, because all Premier League teams are decent. But Leipzig and PSG in the Champions League and Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. That is insane for non-Premier League competitions. Next month's a little bit more chill. November is a bit nuts, and then I can only imagine December. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? In the span of a week and a half, we have to play Liverpool, Wolves, PSG, and Manchester City. Our season could very well be defined in those games. That PSG game may determine if we continue on to round of 16. And we play Liverpool, Man City, who we know we're going to be fighting for the title for, and a tough old squad. December's going to be nuts, stupid, and fun, man. That's going to be it for today. We will start off the next episode with the RB Leipzig game. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the content, feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new.